makeup is giving. The hair is giving. The dress is giving. I mean, I'm just eating the girls up today. Like, child. Oh my God, I'm just a breath of fresh air. Like, I know you guys are falling in love already. Like, y'all definitely want to marry me. You know, I know. You want to propose. I get it. I know. I just, like, but I'm going to be talking about how good I look for a long time. So I'm going to just stop myself right now so we can get straight into the video, okay? Welcome to the Barbie Life 2.0 podcast. I'm your host, Shakira, aka Barbie 2.0. And today, child, we're going to be talking about Diddy, okay? Now, after all the accusations and evidence has come out about Diddy and his freak-offs, he finally got arrested and he is facing a lot of jail time if he is convicted. And they are trying to charge him with sex trafficking and prostitution and child, it's just a whole mess. Now, him being arrested, I was not surprised because it don't matter how rich you are, you're still black in America. So you can't get away with certain things, okay? But what I was shocked to see is how many people are defending this man after all the evidence has come out, after he settled with Cassie. Like, it's ridiculous to see the amount of people defending this man. And one thing I wasn't surprised to see was the main group of people who are defending this man are black men. And I just couldn't believe it. I even saw Dr. Umar defending this man. Like, oh, there's no evidence about him sex trafficking. I'm like, bro, Dr. Umar, like, we're not, you of all people, you're supposed to be this pro-black guy, yet you're defending a black man who's engaging in unhealthy behaviors and putting other black women in danger. And honestly, I even saw Boosie defending him, saying that, oh, well, Diddy is getting arrested for something that all rich men in the industry do. And I just couldn't believe that I saw so many people defending this man. Even when I was looking in the Shade Room comments, I saw so many people saying like, oh, he's innocent. I'm like, bro, it is so crazy how within the black community, we excuse so many toxic behaviors to uphold a certain image. And a lot of black men care more about how they look to the public than they do about actually repairing the community. And that's why I don't even let people shame me when they try to tell me like, oh, you're not pro-black because you've dated a white guy before. Because it's like, just because you're dating another black person, that doesn't mean that you're pro-black. Because that black person could be colorist or texturist or featurist. And at that point, are you really pro-black if you're dating a person that perpetuates a lot of the issues that a white supremacist created to tear down our community? No. Are you really pro-black if you're just making excuses for other black people damaging our community in the streets? No. Are you really pro-black if you're defending people like Diddy, who has clearly put other black women in danger, and he's also participating in a lot of toxic behaviors that younger generations can imitate and copy? Are you really pro-black if you're allowing that to happen? No, you're not. So at the end of the day, like, a lot of these pro-black people, even Dr. Umar, I feel like they care more about the image of black people than they care about actual black people. Because at the end of the day, if you care about black people, you're going to hold them accountable when they're wrong. You're going to call them out when they're wrong. And you're going to give them consequences so they learn, and so other generations know that this is not okay. This behavior is not okay. Like, outside of Diddy, this has been an issue in the black community forever. Like, how many times do you see black men in churches grope young black girls and the people in the church just ignore it or try to hide it? Or how many times do you see in a black family, the weird uncles are touching on the kids and everybody just ignores it or acts like it's not happening or tries to invalidate the child who speaks up about the sexual assault that they faced. Like, for some reason in the Black community, we care more about how we look than we do about actually repairing the issues in our community. And that's not fair. And this is why when I get on my page, I speak on the real. I speak on the real about our community, and a lot of people do not like it. That's why I get so much hate, because a lot of people don't like the fact that I'm talking about the terrible things that our community engages in, because they care about an image. And it's like, if you're going to sit here and ignore certain behaviors or ignore certain things because you care about how we look to the people, then we're never going to go far as a community. We're always going to just engage in toxic behaviors and pass it down to generations and generations. And it's never going to be repaired because there is no accountability there. Just because we don't want to look like we're a community full of men who are pedophiles, or we're a community full of men who are colorists, or we're a community full of men that are texturists. Like, it's the truth though. But when you speak on the truth, now everybody hates you because, oh, you're making us look bad. And it's like, no, like, we need to address these issues. And there's no reason why y'all should be defending this man. No reason at all. I don't care if you was white, black, purple, yellow. Everything that this man has been accused of, all the evidence that we have seen, he is a terrible human. Point blank, period. Okay, this man literally abused Cassie. Like, we saw a video of him kicking the girl down like she was a rag doll. Okay, and not only that, but do you guys really think they would arrest him? A man so powerful like Diddy, do you really think they would arrest him if they didn't have any evidence? Let's be for real. This man has gotten away with doing this stuff for many years now. So do you really think that they would arrest him if they didn't have evidence? Like, come on. And the attorney actually revealed some text messages that were sent to Diddy from other girls that he was torturing for years. They said stuff like this: I turned my head for a second and you get fucked up and you drag me down the hall by my hair. I have bleeding cuts. You hit me in the head 2 good times. When you get fucked up the wrong way, you always want to show me that you have the power and knock me around. I'm not a rag doll. I'm someone's child. This is literally sad. This is young girls being abused and tortured. And you guys are making excuses for this man? Like, this man has literally threatened women's careers just because they didn't do freak-offs with him.
And not only that, but Diddy actually formed a girl group called Danity Canes, and one of the group members, Don Richards, actually has a pending lawsuit against Diddy for doing so many inappropriate acts towards her and Cassie and Kim Porter and more. In this lawsuit, she explained that when she first met Diddy, he would call girls ugly and hoes and just be very disrespectful towards women. And she even saw Kim Porter leave the studio once with so many facial injuries and a lacerated lip. And when her and this girl group were working for Diddy, he would not even feed them. And he had them working for 36 to 48 hours with no breaks. And when they would ask for food, he would say stuff like, you bitches don't want this. You're not hungry. I'm paying you bitches to work. Like, they were slaves, guys. Like, this is ridiculous. And it gets even worse, because she even explained that after the Soul Train Awards, Diddy had a party where he flew out many young girls, and some of them appeared to be underage. And when they arrived to the party, they were wearing little to no clothing, and they were drugged up or passed out, while Diddy and his party guests were performing sexual acts on them. And Diddy would, of course, confiscate phones at all these parties that he had, so nobody could even leave when they wanted to or record anything. And he even invited law enforcement to his parties so that he had something to protect him. So if anybody tried to go to law enforcement, they couldn't, because essentially they were at the parties too. And she even explained many times where he was abusing Cassie horribly. Like there was one instance where Cassie was cooking eggs for him and he came downstairs super furious and he pushed her to the wall and choked her. And not only that, he took the eggs that Cassie was frying for him and threw it at her. Like he threw hot eggs at a young girl. And then when she fell to the ground, he proceeded to drag her up the stairs like she was some sort of rag doll. And there was even another time where Diddy was at dinner with Cassie and Neo and Usher and Mr. Jimmy Bean. And at this dinner, Cassie and Diddy were having an argument in front of everybody. And Diddy proceeded to punch her in the stomach super hard in front of everyone. And Cassie was visibly in pain and crying. And when Cassie left, Diddy just proceeded to casually talk with Neo and other celebrities like nothing happened. So it's ridiculous because there are so many celebrities that were in on this. And speaking of Neo, child, there's a video that recently resurfaced of Diddy's baby mom coming at him because he was a part of these freak-offs and he would do these freak-offs with his children present. I want y'all to take a look at this video.
The real you. Tell him the real you. And while we're here today, over the house, while his kids is here, while this nigga likes to have drugs and alcohol, mushrooms, and prostitutes in the house while his kids are here. Everyone has asked him to stop, but he will not listen to nobody. This is what's going on. This is the tea. While the is in the house, I asked him not to bring no in the house. I even came over here to help him with these kids because he won't watch these kids. Since we on live, let's go there. Let's start with the freak off. How we get there? Tell him about the freak off, Diddy Jr. Diddy Jr. Tell him about the freak off. Tell them about the freak off. Tell them the truth. Tell these people the truth. Oh, shut the fuck up. You don't give a fuck about none of these kids. Do y'all see a fucking picture in this house of a fucking kid? He don't care about these kids. All he care about is doing drugs, drinking alcohol, and fucking these hoes. That's what you care about. So let's go. I'm a Diddy bop the fuck up out of here. You and your freak off. You can get back to your freak off in a minute. You'll be next. You'll be next. You'll be next. You'll be next. Your stories will be coming out next. You know what the fuck going on. You know, how was Braden conceived? Let's start there. You could come here and have a freak off. That's what the fuck you do every night. You're a fucking weirdo. You got a 13-year-old girl upstairs, but you running around here with holding their hand, and you don't even hold your kid's hand. Hold your kid's hands. Oh my God, Schaefer, please stop. Please, Schaefer, please, bro. Oh my God, you gotta tell the truth. Just tell these people the truth about who you are. Live in your truth. Just live in your truth, bro. Oh my God, bro. Man, the whole industry is definitely weird as man. Weird as the shit that I be witnessing is just insane. You hurt yourself every day. I'm just doing shit. This ain't gonna do shit for me. Wish you could tell the story about the freak off, but you want to play games. Come here at 9 o'clock. He's screaming, "Kid, go to sleep, go to sleep," so he can have these just come over, drink, smoke weed, do drugs, and out of here. Just watch your kids. You do that shit every day when you're not here. Every day.
Yup. Mr. Neo. Miss Independent. Yeah, that Neo. They're saying that he's actually just as bad as Diddy, if not a little bit worse too. The stories just haven't come out about him. So that's another one. And child, even Mary J. Blige has been alleged to be a part of this as well. It's such a mess. And I came across this one video. This woman looks so drugged up and so lost. Like, look at her. Look at her. She falling on Diddy, looking at him like look at it again. Like, she literally looks like she's on drugs. And she looks, that is not a sober woman. Look, she falling over him. He probably whispering in her ear like, "You ready for the freak off tonight?" Like, she do not look okay at all. And they're saying that she's a part of this stuff too. And it gets even worse because do y'all remember Kim Porter, Diddy's late girlfriend that randomly died? Even though allegedly Diddy was responsible for her death and covered it up with natural causes. But, neither here nor there. Either way, she actually has her diaries published in a book that came out recently. And child, this woman was exposing Diddy like no other. And she included details like him performing sexual acts on a male teenage pop star. And allegedly, this male teenage pop star is Justin Bieber. And honestly, I think it's true because there are so many videos of Diddy and Justin Bieber, and Diddy was just like acting so creepy and weird towards him. And there are many instances where Justin Bieber was sleeping over at Diddy's house overnight, and who knows what went down, honestly. And recently, Justin Bieber has been posting pictures on his Instagram crying, and it's probably from the emotional distress that he's going through since all the trauma is resurfacing from this whole Diddy situation. And Justin has even said in the past that he did his best to make sure that Billie Eilish didn't go through the same things that he went through in the industry. And he would get so emotional talking about it. And he would say he really wanted to protect her because what he went through, nobody else deserved to go through. So I think this is all true. And it's sad that Justin Bieber is even a victim of Diddy's crimes. Like he was in the industry at a young age. That boy was like 16 years old. So, child, this whole thing is just a mess.
Oh, what? Wait! Huh? Girl.
And not only that, but there's a guy who was participating in Diddy's freak-offs, and he actually came out in a confession and said that Diddy would watch him have sex with Cassie, and he was basically a sex slave for Diddy. And it's just like, guys, like there's way too much evidence and way too many accusations for you guys to just be defending this man and thinking that he's completely innocent. He's not. He deserves jail time, whether he's black or not. And y'all know how I am, okay? I'm not the type to just hop on a bandwagon, all right? Like, especially when it comes to court cases like this, all right? Like, even when it came to the Tory and Megan situation, I've always said that the things that he was being accused of, I didn't think that he was guilty of. I'm sorry. But a lot of the stuff that Megan said in her story, I always said that a lot of it did not make sense, okay? And I didn't hop on the bandwagon when it came to Megan. And I'm not sitting up here hopping on a bandwagon when it comes to Diddy. I'm genuinely just being honest. This man is definitely guilty of his crimes and he needs to go to jail.
Clock it.
So I think this is all great. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not gonna sit up here and defend a man that's clearly guilty just because he's black. Like, no, we need to stop that mindset, okay? Like, whether he was pink, purple, white, yellow, like, no. And the thing is, if this man was white, y'all would be saying lock him up, lock him up, lock him up. Like, but y'all want to defend him because he's a black man. Like, you can be a black person and still be guilty of your crimes. You can be a black person and still be an evil person. Not everybody is great in our community. There are good and bad people in every single community. And for us to sit here and be delusional because we want to protect our image and we want to sit up here and act like all black people are great and all black people are just, no, that's why we haven't moved forward as a community, because y'all don't address the issues. Y'all want to act like we're a perfect community and we don't have no problems because you don't want to look bad to other people. It's ridiculous. No. So honestly, I'm over the whole people defending Diddy. Like, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Okay. We need to do better as a community. We really do. We need to stop defending bullshit. Okay. But, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Shakira, aka Barbie 2.0. And I do talk about colorism and texturism and featureism and any issues in the black community. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys very soon. Beso.